What's going on, guys? This is Chris back with the Ugly Mellow Juice podcast alongside my host, Dave Edwards.
What's up, y'all?
And we have a special guest today, lead singer, lead guitarist of once known Albuquerque, now San Antonio's very own PowerHouse, has released a new record, Darkest Before Dawn. Give it up for Nikko Valdez. What's up, Nikko?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Nico here. I mean, Chris gave me a pretty good introduction, so it's good to be on your podcast, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes,
Both
sir.
of you.
By the way, love your shirt.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a very, very nice shirt you got on there. Oddly familiar, doesn't it?
Yep.
All right.
Go ahead, David.
One, look at this handsome motherfucker we got on our show here.
Hey, I'm a little scruffy sometimes.
Oh, dude. I mean, look at us. I mean, we're the hosts are ugly. Our guests are beautiful. So,
there you
hey,
go.
man, you guys are doing well. So,
I appreciate that. So one thing I want to ask, pretty much just right off the bat, Nico.
Yeah.
You're originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, the last time we talked, I told you I had a very difficult show up there, years and years ago.
Yeah.
Give me a quick comparison from the New Mexico scene to the Texas scene, mainly from like Albuquerque to San Antonio.
The difference is actually crazy, man. Like, well, think about it this way. San Antonio is like 3 times the size of Albuquerque in like population.
That is true.
The amount of people that like metal here is a lot more that like the underground back in Albuquerque.
Mhm.
And the venues are a lot more out here. Like there's tons, like we haven't even played all of them yet. And back in Albuquerque, it was only a handful before the pandemic, and then after that, I mean, it went to like 2 or 3. So yeah, there's a big difference in size and like the amount of people, but the scene itself, I would say, for a long time, Albuquerque was really fragmented and there wasn't really a scene for the kind of music that we play. I mean, it's kind of
Mhm.
difficult with us. Like, we don't really kind of fit in anywhere, which is the point a little bit. But
Yeah,
uh,
gotcha.
yeah, like back there, it was like, it was the same 2 or 3 bands that formed 20 years ago.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, those guys just kind of took over what the scene is, and the people that run like the promotion and the venues and stuff, they weren't that friendly to the younger bands, let's say. Like they wouldn't really give the younger ones a chance.
Oh, wow.
So there's that, the amount of people, like it's Albuquerque is huge on like cultural music and rap and hip hop, not so
Mhm.
much rock and metal, and the kind of stuff that is large is like the hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
And that's pretty popular everywhere. But like the scene here, I've noticed is one, there's a lot more of the fans of the music. And that makes a big difference. Like, especially for us, we play like an older style of metal that people don't normally hear now. And there's a lot of old heads that like that here. And there's a lot of the younger guys that like that here too, that I didn't see back home.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot more bands here than there was back home.
Mhm.
And that's really cool because there's a lot more musicians that know how to play good shit
Yeah.
to play with, you know. So it was hard to fit on bills back at home, but here it's pretty easy.
Yeah, you got a little bit more variety here in San Antonio, a little bit of everything. Let's just say that as far as like every subgenre of rock, metal, and everything else in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, which brings me to my next point. Like I know we haven't announced it yet, but we will announce it. I think Sunday or Monday we'll announce the next show that we're gonna have together in March.
Right. Yep.
I'm excited to bring you to Uvalde and
Yeah,
show
it
you,
was fun.
have everybody see PowerHouse for the first time and just have them be blown away. Because the way I saw y'all for the first time, I was like, God damn, like y'all blew me away when I first saw y'all too.
Yeah, thanks for having us on that show. And I really wanted to really wanted to talk to you guys because like you're the one that put us on our first show here in San Antonio. And that was crazy. Like the difference between how we are now versus then, it's not even remotely the same. So it's really cool that you guys put us on that show and played with us that night. And then it's super cool that we're going to play on your birthday show because we
Yeah,
have like a completely new sound now. So yeah, it's
yeah,
crazy.
dude. Like hearing y'all hands down, like the first time, like man, like why aren't these guys fucking out there jamming? Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
they on bills that we're playing with like bands who are like into death metal, deathcore, like
Mhm.
metalcore, and like it's traditional thrash metal. Like that's my diehard thrash metal head since like
Right.
come on, these guys got to get out there, dude. And I was just blown away like that y'all haven't played like that many shows whenever I started playing in San Antonio. I was like, dude, you know what? Jump on the bill, dude. Fuck that. Let's go. Let's keep this jam, dude.
Yeah, thanks. Well, like the show's aspect of how things used to be is very interesting because like we couldn't get shows back home, one because I don't think the bands liked us very much. We're too different in terms of like the way
Mhm.
we sounded versus them. And it got to a point where like all there was like the super extreme versions of metal. So
Yes.
it
Mhm.
didn't fit on any of the touring bills that ever came by. Like Albuquerque's a place where a lot of touring bands skip. So
Yeah.
like, you know,
I've
we
actually heard that.
huh?
I've actually heard that a lot of bands will skip Albuquerque because of the situation you're just talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal over there. Like people make jokes about it all the time, all the time over there. It's kind of like a funny meme at this point, but like yeah, like when we decided to move, well, like there's one person that's not in the band anymore from the move, but when we decided to move, it was the fact that it nobody was giving us a chance back home. We knew we kind of had something special going on, and the players that we were playing with at the time, like the musicians, it's like they were either in way too many bands to keep up with like being able to
Uh,
contribute, or they just weren't that good musicians, honestly. And
mm,
so I took it upon myself and was like, in order to go somewhere in this, because that's what I wanted to do, get further than where I was, we have to find a new home. Like we have to find better players, we have to find better people to hang around, uh, we have to start from ground zero in a different place. And it's super cool that like when we got here, like within about a month and a half, we found Tony, our drummer. And
mhm.
then like a month after that, we had that show.
Yeah.
Dude. So would you say that definitely the camaraderie here in San Antonio was definitely way better than it was in Albuquerque?
Hands down. I would say hands down, one because um I'm from Albuquerque, obviously. I know how the scene is over there before I was in it, while I was in it, and after I'm gone. And it's always been the same. There's so much drama between the bands and the venue,
Yeah.
and that keeps really good shows from happening. That's one. And then it keeps people that want to go to the shows from not wanting to go. So the scene dwindles out. Versus here, it's like you have I see some bands having issues with each other, but for the most part, like they keep it out of like they just keep it between them and that's that. And that there's a lot more, like I said, there's a lot more people that like metal music here
Yeah.
and that actually appreciate it versus like some kind of thing to be like online buddies with somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
got you.
so the appreciation for the music here makes people want to go and see the live music. And then for the most part, I see people enjoying themselves. Like at every show that we've played, people enjoy it. They enjoy the entire lineup. The
Yeah.
bands are usually pretty supportive of each other. Some leave, some don't. We all have shit going on, so I completely
Yeah.
get it. But so far, I mean, we got welcomed in really fast, and I
Yeah.
was not expecting that at all. I thought we were gonna have like a way harder time being able to get ourselves out here than we did. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where, like you said, San Antonio welcomed you with open arms, and like there's not a day that goes by that I don't go shopping at Uvalde, and it's a small town, but there's not a day that goes by where I'm in town and I see somebody with a Metallica shirt, a Pantera shirt, a Slipknot shirt. Like, well, dude, metal is a lot of fucking Uvalde, dude. Why
Yeah,
not metal to just fucking town? So that's one of my goals of mine. Getting the band going is like, you know what, dude, we gotta start jamming in town, dude. Let's like not know about us yet, but once we start hearing loud guitars and heavy drums, fucking aggressive vocals, dude, they're gonna be like, well, fuck yeah, let's go jam. And like,
right.
he'd come up at a show at a smoke shop we did back in April, and he's
Nice.
just, dude, like, I've been wanting this, and he was like kind of emotional. He was like, dude, like, please, like, don't fucking stop. I want to mosh. I want to rage. I want to scream, dude. I want metal here. I was like, dude, we're not going anywhere, dude. I guarantee you, we're bringing.
That's beautiful, dude. Actually, to hear that, man, it's just to know a small town wants it. That's fucking badass. And just like I said in the last episode, people don't sleep on the small towns, man. Bands
Yeah.
don't sleep on the small towns.
Dude,
Like
put
they
down,
want that
Those
shit.
are the places you need to go to because that's where people are craving it the most because they're not
Exactly.
getting it, so they want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Nico, let me-
eventually, though, the more people, I think, with more bands, more people start understanding. It's like, yo, go to the small towns, man. So,
so the album came out, bro. It's banger front to back, dude. Tell me about some of your influences growing up, brother.
I appreciate the compliment, man. It's been a crazy 6 or 7 months. My
but
biggest,
congratulations on it, though, and the following that came with it, though.
yeah,
It's a fucking killer album.
yeah, like, it's crazy, man, like how this whole thing even happened. We've been talking for a long time about putting an album together, and there's always been fucking problems either in the lineup or somebody's financial situation or something. There was always some kind of problem. And after a certain person left, I was given an opportunity that there's no way I knew that I was going to get this opportunity ever again. And when that happened, me and Tony just fucking, because it was just us two at the time.
Mhm.
And we were like, I told him, I was like, dude, we have the songs right now. Like we were kind of just jamming in the fucking garage because we didn't have a bass player. And we're sitting on some really cool fucking material. And the producer that did our EP, Weight of the World, he was like, he hit me up after we parted ways with Nate, and he was like, "Hey, you just lost your bass player. What the fuck? What's going on?" Like, we were trying to record an album, and then he was like, "Look, I really want to do an album for you guys, but he's a high profile guy." And he works with a lot of national acts, so he's very expensive. And he was like, "Look, I believe in you guys is the reason why I did this the first time. Um, if you can get your shit together in this amount of time, then I will help you out." And I was like, fuck, count me in.
Yeah.
He was like, fucking count me in. You don't have to fucking tell me twice. So I, I fucking met up with Tony over the summer and we just hammered out all of the fucking songs. There's 4 songs that were previously released,
Mhm.
were singles and off the EP. And we really like those songs, but there's a lot of problems with them. We're not the same musicians. Tony isn't the same drummer. We were like, let's re-record these, make them better, make them what I wanted them to be in the beginning, and make them to what we want them to be now.
Yeah.
And then we wrote 5 more songs over the course of the summer, and then we were like, shit, we're getting close to recording and we don't have a bass player. What the fuck are we gonna do?
Dude,
And
time's a ticking there.
yeah, we were like, what the fuck are we going to do? And Tony was like, look, I know this guy who might be interested. Are you cool if I bring him to practice? And I was like, whatever. And he brought him to practice, Nick, and within like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, I was like,
Mhm.
huh, this is interesting. He already knows how to play all of our shit.
Oh wow.
That's never happened before. Like I don't know. I've always had issues with members and stuff like that where like it's always a challenge for them to learn the material. And
Yeah.
with him, it was like he just showed up and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, I got this." And I was like, "All right, well, we got a show coming up in like 3 weeks. You want to play with us on that?" And he was like, "All right, fuck it, let's go for it." So we just practiced and I just want, sorry, Chris, I know your original question. I just kind of want to make this point because it's like super important on why Nick's in the band. But like, um, we played this show at Pink Zeppelin, which is kind of my favorite spot now, thanks to you guys, because that first show we played,
That's
Yeah,
a
that
killer spot.
spot.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, it's really cool.
those guys are the fucking diehards, dude. They're keeping us alive, man.
Yeah, shout out to Pink Zeppelin for hosting the coolest shows.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely.
But we played this show at Pink Zeppelin, and we were freshly fucking written a few songs that we debuted that night, and both of my guitars failed. Both of my strings snapped.
Uh,
Oh.
Yep. On my white Jackson and on my black V, the fucking strings snapped while, like, I think we were halfway through the second song.
ooh.
And
That's tough. That's rough.
yeah, it was, and there was quite a bit of people. Like, it was a solid turnout. And I was like, fuck, what do I do? And I'm kind of the master of improv when it comes to my own shit. So, like, I just kind of turned around and started tinkering with it, trying to salvage the string, what I could of it. And the other two, without even skipping a beat, dude, they just kept playing. And they weren't playing the song, they were just jamming.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, they
I
were
think
just,
so too. I think I was there for that one.
I was pretty
yeah,
drunk.
they were just jamming, dude. And I was like, I just looked at him. We looked at each other, and we were like, "Oh." They were like, "Just go for it." And I was like, "Okay, let me fucking tinker with this." And I opened my Floyd up, put the string back up, retuned it, and all that shit. And by the time I was done, they were done with the little doodle that they were playing, and we just went right back in.
Oh yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
That's fucking awesome right there. Not
yeah,
many bands they would stop. Most bands would just stop.
right. And that's exactly what I didn't want to happen, and they made that not happen. So as soon as I noticed that, I was like, the kind of chemistry that we have between the three of us that we can like utilize on stage and in our songwriting, that's it. I gotta have this guy. So that's kind of how we got the album together. It was like, you're in the band. Can you learn all of these songs and play them your own way, make up your own shit, do whatever you want? Can you do all of this in like 3 weeks? And he was like, I will do it. And I was like, fuck,
Fuck
let's do
yeah.
it. That's how it all came together. But to answer your question, Chris, my main influences, my childhood influences, obviously James Hetfield, Kirk Hammett, from Metallica. Eddie Van Halen is huge on me. George Lynch from Dokken and Randy Rhoads.
Ooh,
Fuck yeah.
George. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Solid choices right there.
Yep, my favorites, man. I can't really go a day without hearing Metallica sometimes. Sometimes it's like super fucking annoying to everybody around me, but it is what it
Hey,
is.
that's your influence, man. That's what got you here. So to listen to them at least every day or whenever, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
If nobody else likes it, fuck them.
Right? Yeah, they can listen to Megadeth. Hey, Megadeth's cool,
Yeah. The sick, the dead, and the dying. All right.
right?
Right?
And you know, the thing about music, man, it's meant to be enjoyed. Like, I hate it when people get like really like, oh, you don't listen to blah blah blah. Ugh, get away from me.
Yeah, it's so annoying, dude.
The elitism is still alive until this day. Unfortunately, it's pretty fucking stupid if you ask me. But
It's weird because it's like, how come people can't just listen to what they want to listen to? Like I get that metal is like it was kind of born out of the let's fucking create our own thing. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
kind of what it was built on. I get that, but there comes a point where it's like you're scaring away new audiences by being such a fucking asshole that like you're just making it to where nobody wants to listen to it.
1000%. I couldn't agree with you more.
Hit it right on the head, man, right there.
Because I like a lot of shit that people don't really associate with me. Like I like some death metal, like I like Death, Possessed, Obituary. I listen to Cannibal
Yeah.
Corpse every once in a while. But I also like Rat and White Snake and Warrant sometimes. Like I like a bunch of different shit.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we all got a little bit of glam in us, dude.
Right.
I'm sorry if you go and not say that. Oh, hey, I don't listen to glam metal. I think you're full of shit because there's at least
Right.
some songs.
Yeah, everybody's heard fucking Still of the Night. Everybody's heard Round and Round. Like everybody's
Yeah.
fucking heard these songs. It's like Round and Round has like the coolest dual guitar lead that I've heard, and
Yes,
it's fucking cool.
Bro, put on Love Song by Tesla and watch these pussy sings, bro.
exactly, exactly. You know, if you hear a glam song, I guarantee you most people are gonna they're gonna sing it.
Yeah.
It's like there's no problem. It's like hearing a rap song in between sets too. It's just like, oh, I know that beat. You know?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of think the young guys, like people my age and younger, I think they're kind
Mhm.
of outgrowing that. I've noticed it. Like
Yeah,
they just kind of don't care because in some of the shows that we played, like Houston has a really young crowd, and
yeah,
their crowd is like super, super diverse. Like
mm,
everybody is like very different, and there you've got like the rap guys, you've got the diehard metal guys, and I even saw this dude that looked like he came out of a country bar, and I was like, that's interesting. That's like what we have to have happen here in San Antonio. Because I
oh, for
think
sure.
that there's such an opportunity like in today's age, especially with like fucking cultural shit like Stranger Things.
Oh yeah,
That show took off and it brought a lot of people that are younger into thinking about like what shit was like in the 80s. And it's super cool because it's like I grew up in oddball out like when it comes to like being in the metal scene and shit because like all of the metal guys were kind of like they all liked the modern shit. Like
yeah.
all the modern like I see like you have a fucking Power Trip shirt back there and that yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge Power Trip fan, but it's
Mhm.
like they were only like listening to the new stuff because of how extreme it is. And
Yeah.
anything that is not that extreme is bullshit. And so it was always kind of like, yeah, I mean, I like Power Trip, but I also like Tokyo Blade. Like I like a bunch
Fuck
of
yes.
underground fucking heavy metal thrash bands from back then and like Sacred Reich and you know what I mean?
Dude.
Hyrax. Like it's I don't know. It's kind of crazy because I was kind of the oddball out and stuff like that. And now since I moved here, there's so many people that like the same thing that I like. And that's what's
Yeah.
making this whole thing way more fun than it used to be. Like I noticed that um back when I still lived in Albuquerque for that whole time, it just kind of felt monotonous in a way. And now like it just it's way more fun. There's so many people that I get to talk to like you guys. There's so many places to play. There's so many different types of bands and venues and crowds and shit. I don't know. It's crazy. I like it.
Well, hell yeah, dude. Let me ask you something. You talk about being young. How old are you?
Well,
25.
What did you say? Fucking Chris. Okay, so you're a youngin. And you were talking about the diversity of how much you like the old school and stuff. Man, you know what would be actually a killer lineup for both of you guys, man. I would like to see both y'all at Hell's Heroes because
Yeah.
you're talking about that old school stuff,
Yep.
all the thrash, all the old school death metal, even some of the hard rock bands, the power metal bands. Like, I think you guys would be a killer fit for that, both While They Bled and Powerhouse.
that'd be
Yeah,
cool, dude.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that also leads me to out of all the shows you played, which one has been the best experience for you?
Oh man. I would say the very first Pink Zeppelin show.
Fuck yeah.
That one, the one, I don't know. There's something about that one. There was like the kind of people that were there, the fact that it was our first time playing in a record store, the fact that the record store looks cool, the guys that run it are super fucking cool, and everything kind of went right that night. I don't know. It was just kind of like one of those nights where it's like, damn, this is a really good fucking show.
Tell me, was that the night you or Tony were crowd surfing?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was
That
Tony.
was it. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it was during Metal Riser's set, I think. Yeah.
One was Wildly Bled, Stitched Up, Metal Riser, PowerHouse, and Terraform.
Right.
I would say Terraform was on that show too.
That was my first time playing Zeppelin 2, bro. And it was actually one of our first times opening up a show.
Yeah.
So I had to pep talk with the boys in Blood. I was like, hey, dude, we're opening up the show, dude. We need to fucking set the bar up high. And I think we tried. It was a fun fucking show, dude. Playing that record store like that, dude. So fucking dope.
It's really fun because like it makes it feel like you're not like at a show, you know what I mean? Because like I played some stages and some venues that are like super strict about shit, and it always kind of seems like, man, fuck, I gotta get
really
off. Yeah, it's especially back in Albuquerque, it's kind of like that. And
you know what? You're right, dude. Because I remember them telling us like, hey, you guys better get off real quick.
Yeah, and at Pink Zeppelin, I don't know, it just kind of felt like a hangout. So it felt like one giant hangout, and it was super cool because it was like everybody's playing, cool. There's a bunch of people who want to watch, cool. And we can also just shoot the shit with each other. And the stage isn't like an actual stage, it's like two fucking stairs and then the floor. So you can get kind of personal with people. And I don't know, it's really cool. It's like one of those hidden gems.
Yeah,
definitely more intimate like that.
If I get a gig there again, dude, you're the first one to call, dude, for sure.
Oh yeah, if you want, dude, let me know. Set a date that like a good date for you, and then we'll set it up, man. It's really, I live like a mile down the road, so.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Man, well, everybody lives within that area that I know like really well. My good friend Allison lives right there. Anthony, the Morales brothers live over there.
Okay, yeah.
What happened?
Fucking good.
Okay.
He's just drinking his beer.
Oh, sorry,
okay.
Oh, no, time real quick. Shout out to Leroy for fucking keeping me hydrated. I'm not at my house. Sorry, I'm not at my house, dude. I'm at my buddy Leroy's. We're building the stage for our show this Saturday, and I'll send y'all a picture after this podcast. It looks dope, dude.
I want to see it.
What's up?
No, I want to see it. It sounds cool.
Yeah. It's gonna be the same setup too for the next show for sure, dude. Because I think it looks fucking legit, bro. I mean, it's just pallets and plywood, but dude, it looks fucking dope. And I just figured, I told him like, hey, dude, I go on at 6 for the podcast. Can I just chill here and just do it real quick? He's like, yeah, for sure. So shout out to Leroy. Leroy, I love you.
Hey, shout out to Leroy.
Leroy, we love you.
And just fucking, it's fun, dude. Fucking killer. I'm excited for this weekend, and I can't wait for March because that one's gonna be probably the biggest show ever I have ever booked. And dude, like, I gotta send you the flyer for sure, Nico. You're gonna be like, holy shit. You're gonna see some familiar bands on there, bro. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Everybody will make an announcement next week.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna be playing with some good company, bro. That's all I can say. It's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited for it, bro. Like, honestly, like, it's gonna be like probably show of the year for me because of like how many fucking people we got playing, and of course, just like we got y'all for sure, and we got some other heavy hitters that like we played with before, and this is gonna be so sick, dude. And to have everybody come down for Uvalde, just like, that's gonna be killer, bro. I can't wait.
A lot of homies on the bill too.
What's up?
A lot of homies on the bill too.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. You're gonna be with some good company, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's really cool because we're trying to play everywhere that we can at this point. Like we just want to take our music to people that haven't heard it before, and Uvalde is like the perfect spot. So thank you for doing that with us. This is gonna be fun.
Hey, you're the homie, bro. It's the least I can do, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Let me know when you get merch, dude. Dude, I want a powerhouse shirt.
We're in the process of that right now. There's a lot of stuff like I can't even begin to like I fucking been up since 3 o'clock this morning. I literally just got out of the shower like fucking 5 minutes before we did this interview.
Oh shit! His fucking thing died. Oh
No way.
And Nikko left.
Damn it. Okay. I guess we'll cut it right there.
What a fucking trip. I was like, hey, he froze. Damn.
We're gonna have to do a part 2. Honestly, we're gonna have to do a part 2.
Good idea. Part fucking 2 coming up next. Guys, thanks again for checking us out. We're gonna put Powerhouse's fucking Instagram and all their links in the bottom of the comments. I mean on the bottom of the
description
and shit. I guess that's it, dude. I mean,
yeah, I mean, we meant to have Nikko on here and his fucking laptop died, so it's okay. We'll do a part 2. Either continue this next week or
you know what? Yeah,
you want to do it next week?
Yeah, we'll do it next week again with them.
All right, yeah, and we'll try to make it a little bit longer too.
He just texted me, "Fuck, bro, my laptop died." And I was looking at I looked at my phone. I'm looking at my watch. I was like, "Oh shit, it's already 6:40." And then like look back and he like froze and it said Nikko left. I was like, "Ah, fuck." But
yeah, that's all right. We'll be back next week with them.
Yeah. Well, let's do a outro. Guys, thank you for watching. Check us out on Instagram at the Ugly Metal Juice Podcast _ in between every letter. I mean every word. Sorry. Email us at the Ugly Metal Juice Podcast at gmail.com. Oh wait, no.
Or DM us on Instagram if you got questions. Ask us.
Yes, message us, ask us whatever. This will be up tomorrow at what time, Dave?
I will schedule it for 9 a.m. Central Time.
Yeah, we'll be posting all of our socials tonight too to give everybody a reminder, and of course we'll share it on once it comes out as well.
Yep.
Yeah, but anyways, shit happens. We're gonna do part 2 with Nikko again. That was a fun one. I had a good time. You have a good time?
I had a great time. My first guest and a great time. Couldn't ask for anything better, dude. So
fucking killer dude, bro. Killer dude. Killer musician. Killer fucking album they dropped. Check out PowerHouse's album, the new one that just dropped. And go give him some love, dude. And then, of course, we're playing with him next month. We'll be dropping that info soon. Again, I'm Chris Cordova with Dave Edwards. This is the Ugly Metal Juice Podcast signing out. Everybody have a good night.
Stay ugly, stay heavy, guys.
Fuck. How do you turn it off again, dude?
Stop record.
All right. Bye.
Bye.